Hi, we are mostly back. Um,
This is Burb.
that is a verb. It's a
It's
cat.
Burb.
Bird. The cat's name is Verb. It's confusing for me. Um,
Okay.
so we are back. Let's talk about Oler's angry teenage stomping away.
Yeah. So I like shatter some glass in the candy shop's like storefront. And then I go and like wail on the hood of the car for a minute. Um, and then I spot the cat, the five-legged cat. I'm gonna fucking kill the cat and eat it.
No!
That is like the peak of the tantrum. And then once I've done that, I'm gonna go walk to the city. Because who knows how long Granny's gonna take.
I thought you and the five-legged cat were friends. This is how you treat your friends.
Are you
Yes.
gonna use it as a body for the thing?
Okay, that makes sense.
Are you gonna give the
yes,
body to
that'd
the...
be way better. You should do that.
Yeah, do that.
I'm eating the cat.
No!
I don't know, Nadja. What do you think? Do I eat the cat?
Don't do
Is there any
it.
barrier to me eating the cat?
I mean, the cat really likes you. I
Yeah.
don't think it's wary at all about you.
And yeah, I just like go over and like start petting it, but then I just like
And also to the chat, not the cat, to the chat. This cat is a shitlord. So yeah, the cat, like the cat is completely like unawares, and then you get the sense that it doesn't even mind in a way. It's like not it doesn't fight you at any point. It's just like, oh, this is happening. Okay, here.
This is the saddest story ever.
Okay,
yeah, and I think I like just like walk off into the city, like holding this mostly eaten cat.
all right. So yeah, it's a long walk to the city. It's not like a matter of days. It's like an hour or so walk over
Mhm.
pretty like barren, desolate um, landscape. There's like basically no features of this, just flat, blasted land. Um,
Yeah, just like rubble and broken asphalt and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you do hear music that would be familiar to you. Um,
Oh, like the party is happening out here somewhere.
well, no, it sounds like the audience would recognize the song as "The Entertainer," um, but it's in a minor key, so it sounds
So
off.
there's a creepy ice cream truck out here.
Indeed, there is. And this is the ice cream truck that is driven by a trader that comes to the subdivision regularly. And so you hear this music approaching you. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm just like walking along, but I'll watch this trader as they like roll past me or whatever.
Yeah, so emerging from behind a pile of rubble, you see like an old rusty ice cream truck. The advertisements for the different types of ice cream they're like shredded and they're flaking off the truck. Um, and it rolls pretty slow. It's a pretty slow vehicle. Um, there's some modifications that have been made to it. Like it has this big like spiked grill on the front of the truck, and driving it is an older man. He's got a long mustache, no beard, just a long mustache, and he's got a cigarette hanging out of one side of his mouth. And you would recognize this man as Squares. Squares is
Squares?
Squares. Squares is the trader that comes to the subdivision, keeps you guys in drugs, sometimes food, sometimes random things. But he always has something interesting.
Yeah, so I put on like a really tough looking face.
Hmm.
And I mean that literally, like I changed my appearance, so I look kind of tough. Um, and I've got all my like, because it's so hot, I've got like my wrappings and stuff up over my head. to like keep me cool. Um, and I like walk up next to this slow moving ice cream truck, and I'm just like, hey squares.
And the window is like always permanently like halfway rolled down. And he looks over the top of the scratched up and dirty glass, and he looks down and he says, what do you appear male, female? Is it
Yeah,
indeterminate?
probably like male-ish,
Okay.
but mostly indeterminate. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm
So
mostly clothes, right?
yeah, he squints down and he says, "How do you know my name, dude?" He squints some more. He's like, "Uh, you're that. You're one of those Fast and Furious. Yeah, yeah. Is
I
you looking to
mean,
buy?"
whatever. You got anything good?
And he smiles and pulls a cigarette out of his mouth and he's like, "Oh, you know I always got the best. I found some interesting chemical entertainments
Yeah,
just
I don't
for
want
the thing."
that.
"Oh, you don't want that? That's
You
unusual."
got like a gun or something?
"Well, now that's going to be a little more expensive. What would a little thing like you want with a gun?"
Same thing everyone wants with a gun. Not stupid.
He arches an eyebrow and he says, "Well, you're wandering around out here by yourself, so forgive me for misunderstanding. Come around to the back of the truck. Let's see what I have." And he gets out of the driver's seat and like goes through the back of the
Yeah,
cab.
through the back of the truck. Yeah, so I'll walk around to the back, dragging this like cat carcass in my one hand.
He opens the little window in the side of the truck. Um, so I feel like there is a barter move associated with finding what you want. And
Does this count as going into a bustling market? I guess this is the closest thing we get.
yes, yeah, squares, squares.
Okay, so roll plus sharp. Okay, let's see what I can do here. Sharp. Ugh, roll snake eyes.
Oh boy. Let's see.
On a miss, the MC chooses one, plus it costs one barter more.
Hmm. Oh, I'm in the wrong PDF. I'm like, why do I keep only getting extra D stuff? That's not what I want. There we go. Are you fucking with me? Nope. Why can't I find this market? Let's try that.
So it's on page 28 of the um, ref book, the like Apocalypse World ref book.
Aha, I found it. Um, MC chooses one. So Squares rummages around in his truck and he says, "Well, now, unfortunately, I'm not carrying any firearms per se, but I know where you can get some in the city, of course, if you're willing to go there."
That's where I'm going.
Excellent. So he leans forward through the window and he lowers his voice, even though there's literally nobody around to hear what he's saying. And he says, "Now, this isn't common knowledge, but there's some folks in the city. There's some folks, some of those screen heads. They got lots of guns. Now you just run down to the city, find one of them and tell them Square sent you. And you might be able to get you something."
Okay. What do you get out of it?
This and that.
Fine.
He
If you
just
look at
doesn't elaborate.
Grill, you're not gonna find her.
"Oh, don't you worry about Rill. I'm sure she's fine. She always takes care of herself."
I just don't know who you're gonna sell that stuff to.
He sighs and he says, "Well, booty is always good for something."
Damn. And Oler is just like, yeah, that's what I keep hearing.
Booty's always got need for some chemicals.
And I just like shrug and turn around and walk, through this like blasted asphalt desert to the city.
And he
Dragon
says,
Mark
like, in a very
chemicals.
dry voice, like, "Be careful."
And I just yell back after him like, follow me and I'll fucking kill you. And I just keep walking.
You hear like the crack of his laughter as he like starts up his shitty truck and that music starts playing again and he trundles off towards the subdivision.
Do 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 do
Yep.
do. But it's all like broken and weird. It's
Yeah,
not-
chat. When we have some time, fine. Maybe I'll play it on the next break. But the entertainer in minor key is like really sad. It's really sad. So, Booty and Gramaguchi, we find you in some disarray in the candy shop. What do you guys want to do?
Clean up and head into the city. Is that the plan?
Yeah, I just want to support Granny and also just check out the city.
Yeah, Oler, just how fucked is Gramaguchi's car? Is it cosmetic or is it like legit fucked?
It's got a bunch of like caved in bits on the hood from just the like little hatchet like driving.
Oh,
into it.
that rascal! I can't believe they would do. Oh, goodness gracious!
So it's just got a bunch of like speed holes in it, basically.
Okay.
I think Granny Gucci like opens the hood and like confirms that like it didn't actually puncture anything, and it's like, I'll hammer this out later. And then is gonna start up baby.
Do I get like a whiff as Wolf of the Maelstrom? Am I like I smell something that I like? I'm not quite sure what it is.
Read the situation.
Okay, I will do that. Let's see. I'm gonna roll.
Ooh.
Nice. Yes.
So for reading a
Cool.
situation, you get to ask
The questions.
three of those
Three.
questions for read a situation.
Oh. What should I be on the lookout for?
You should be on the lookout for you should be so the situation, let me get it clear before I answer. The situation is, what is this something that you
Yeah,
can
sense. I sense something.
You should be on the lookout for Oler's protectors.
Okay.
Careful with those motherfuckers.
Who's in control here?
Gramaguchi seems to be driving the ship literally and figuratively.
Okay. And what is my enemy's true position?
Your enemy's true position is underneath the junkyard.
Ooh. That was a lot of very helpful information. So I get kind of a weird gleam in my eye, I guess. But I keep it to myself because now I know.
Mm-hmm.
Granny's in control.
Granny's always in control. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. That's the way I like it.
Oh boy.
Beautiful. So, yeah, we're gonna drive into the city. Do we run into Bowler or Square?
You definitely drive past Square's like There's a shitty ice cream truck. You see it coming towards you as you
Mhm.
cross this barren space. You stop to say anything? Do you just well, you can't really like blow past them because your car's so slow.
Yeah, I think like I roll down the window as I drive past his always half rolled down window.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, we like have a conversation at really slow speeds. Oh, Square, good to see you.
Am I looking for like a way to incite conflict between them? Like if I'm worried that Granny is like a threat?
Are you? I these are questions only you can answer. For you.
I'm thinking about it.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna observe a little bit more of this dialogue between Granny and Square.
So Squares looks through his window and he looks he's got like this kind of like old like cowboy aesthetic, like kind of like weather beaten face. Um, but he smiles at Granny Gucci and he says, why Gucci? I wasn't expecting to see you out here."
Oh, well, I do travel around from time to time. We're just heading into the city for a thing or two. Unless you happen to have a generator like that they have in the city. Just
His eyebrows like wing all the way up and he says, "A generator? Well,
or,
that's
there's a few other things that will. I don't know if I have time to sit and look through all your inventory if you don't have anything off the top of your head.
He says, "Well, they don't easily part with anything like a generator in the city.
Oh, I know. Goodness, I know.
I've got some treats for a boutique that I was hoping to sell, but
Oh, treats, huh? What kind of treats you got? What kind of treats, huh? Treats? So
I
treats?
picture Booty like crawling across Granny's
Yeah.
lap and sticking her head out the window at this point.
Treats? Somebody say treats? So treats? I like
yeah,
treats.
yeah, only the finest for you, boutique.
Oh, go on.
Now I got some they're in liquid form, but I know you know how to finesse them into the proper format, but I've got some things that'll make you feel real good."
I like feeling good. I really like feeling good. I also like helping other people feel really good. So this is a win-win situation for me. What can we? What kind of deal we gonna make?
So typically squares would take objects in barter to sell in the city. But you don't have any barter. So what do you offer him?
Hmm. Cannot part with my knife. That would be a loss.
Yeah, trade your big knife.
I'm not gonna trade my big knife. This is my best friend. I don't know. Probably got a stash of candy. Does he like candy? Squares, you like candy?
He wouldn't trade you drugs for drugs. That's not a good come up for him.
Okay, what about my shoes?
Actually, wait, if you have the drugs in like a candy format, he kind of looks them over and he says, "Well,
Got some pop rocks.
they're processed and pretty. They do like their fancy entertainments in the city. I might be able to sell this for something. I give you the raw materials and you turn around something finished."
I like that idea. I'll make you something really nice. I'll make something really sweet for you.
Can you try and manipulate him into accepting this deal? What you're offering is processing of his raw materials into something that'll give him a profit.
Should I?
And what you want him to do is to give you what?
I would like the raw materials for the pop rocks that I have. I would be willing to like give him back some of the stash that I process in candy form, provided he gives me a pretty sweet deal of the raw material so that I have more access to it more easily.
Okay, so you want a split of the product.
Yeah. I feel like I could work with that. Should I roll for it?
Yes, roll plus your hot.
All right, let's do this. Come on, Lucky.
Partial success.
Sweet.
So, let's see. Um, he says, "Well, I need some of the product now."
Like some of the product that I have to make from your product.
I know you have some drugs on you already. I just need
Oh, come
some
on.
now. Now I can't go back to the city empty-handed. It's not free to
Fine.
come out here, Booty.
Fine. Like reach into like dino suit. And I find like swivel around and I come out with like gummy bear like things, like gummy bears. They're not really gummy bears. They're like mutilated and shit. And I'm like, here, take this.
So he takes it. He'll give you like a big milk jug of some like neon fluorescent blue liquid.
Nice. Yes. I like to peel off the cap a little bit and I like take a whiff. I'm like,
Yeah,
Granny.
you get dizzy immediately.
Granny, you
good.
want some of this?
Oh no, dear. I'm driving.
Yes,
We're-
Andrew.
I have a question. Does this count as some of Tara's angel stock?
Ooh.
Yes,
good
it does. It does.
This is like the
Mm.
painkillers and stuff.
question.
You take some of your angel stock. Thank you. That's good.
My stock. My precious stock. Okay.
But whatever this liquid is, you feel dizzy. It's like some Willy Wonka ass feelings. Like,
So I'm seeing colors instead of the dead landscape around me.
yeah, you're definitely.
Nice. I just like recline back in
Everything
my
seems
Kigurumi.
magical. Just
Just
from
wait.
smelling it, you haven't even like properly consumed it.
You
It's
just like
strong.
get high and chill out in Granny's car.
Yeah.
Drives you around real slow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
It's like the
exactly.
apocalypse never happened.
It's great.
I mean, that's what the subdivision is all about. Creating this space wherein the apocalypse just doesn't matter. Everything's fine.
Everything's definitely fine. All right. Well, now I'm just going. Now, Square, if you need me to fix up anything on your machine there, you just let me know when I get back from the city. Shouldn't be but 2 shakes.
And he nods and he says, "Oh, of course, you know you're my go-to mechanic if anything goes wrong with the old girl here."
Oh, good. Well, I don't hope anything goes wrong, but if it does, you know who to call. Good old Granny Gucci will have you fixed right up.
He nods and he's like investigating this bag of like weird gummy bears that he just got off of Booty, and you can see in his face that he's like weighing up like, "Oh yeah, I can get some serious jingle for these."
Mm-hmm.
Does he sample one?
He knows better.
Unlike
Don't
Booty.
get high on your own supply. Squares is a pro.
So Granny Gucci's gonna keep on driving into the city.
So eventually you do come across Oler, unless you don't want
Yeah,
to
sure.
be found. I feel like if you wanted to
Oh.
like not be seen, you could do that.
You will hear the little car putting its way towards you. Vroom, 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 vroom.
Yeah,
I
no, I
imagine
want to be
your car
found
sounds
so
like
that
a
Grandma
golf
can
cart.
see me holding this dead cat with my like mouth still like bloody from having eaten it. So
And
yeah, I
then,
just
like-
like turn and wait for you once I hear you.
Oh my dear, no! What, Ola, what happened to the poor kitty? Tragic.
I just like shrug. I'm going to the city.
So are we. Come on now, get in the car.
I don't want to go where you're going.
Oh, well, it's safer if we travel together.
And I look at Booty pointedly. Oh, you're strange.
Totally drugged out of her mind.
Yeah, like instead of Aller or like whomever, I don't even see. I just see like a swirling vortex. Something like truly bizarre is happening, and I'm just like totally staring at it.
Are you
Yes.
opening your brain to the maelstrom? Like, are you having a trip right now?
Yes. Yes, I am.
What could
Do you
possibly
have
go
like
wrong?
a particular aim in this, or like is there something that you would want to know from the maelstrom?
What is that swirling vortex? Can I eat it?
So you're like contemplating this void in your mind.
Yeah.
Like, what
Like,
is
there's
this?
something there. And I'm just like super intrigued. All right, I'm rolling for it. Oh shit!
Oh boy.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh shit!
You feel the embrace of this swirling vortex, and it's ever so happy to see you. Is what is the maelstrom like for you? Like, what is it like when you open
Well,
your
right
mind to it?
now it's just like this like thing, and we're like hugging each other in like space. I'm just like engulfed by this warmth, this like mist, and it's just like a bunch of different colors right now.
Is this your something powerful and staticky, perhaps?
Maybe, maybe.
Maybe this being like reaches down and embraces you, and you feel the tingle all across your skin as if you were being hugged by pop rocks themselves.
I let out a little giggle of glee, and I ask, "What is that?" Wait, do I have a set of questions?
No, there isn't.
No.
Oh,
I just
yay.
give you a detailed vision that answers your question. Um, you see, like your vision somehow rotates around to the back of this thing, and in the front, it's definitely like overwhelming and powerful and like amorphous. But from the back, you see a series of wires trailing from it, and they wend back towards the city in this like beautiful river of wires and current back toward the city. And like for your vision, this like barren landscape is like bisected by this like electric water pathway, streaming particles.
So, like, instead of Aller, I just see this like streaming particles connected to the city somehow.
Yes, you see this big powerful staticky thing hugging you and connecting it to the city. There's just this current. Is all of
Hmm.
these like wires and current and streaming energy coming from the city, and it's beautiful and it sparkles.
So I like sit up really straight and really tall, and I grab Granny Gucci's hand and I say, "We have to go to the city. We have to go right now."
Well, I know, darling. I've been trying to get us to the
Step
city
on
all
the gas.
along. I'm driving as fast as old baby can go.
And when Booty like sits up suddenly and it gets all like manic, I'm gone. I just like bolt into hiding.
Oh dear, Ola has gone off by themselves again. Oh, I think that's going to turn out poorly for them one of these days, don't you, dear?
What's that? What's an Aller? I like start to
Oh.
drift back into the chair.
Oler, can you act under fire for me? The fire being that the staticky thing notices you scurrying away from it.
I would love to. I get an 8.
That for act under fire means I know it's like hesitate something something something.
Flinch, hesitate, or stall.
Yeah, you feel the brush of this. You can't see it, but you feel like this crackle of electricity over your skin, and it causes you to hesitate a moment, and you feel the attention of this thing weighing on you. And for where it's like pleasant and fizzy and effervescent for Booty, for you it's like nails scratching down your skin. It is
Lovely.
a horrid feeling.
And then I get to like, I can like slip away after this. It like briefly kind of passes over me, or
I think you can run from it. Um, but you can run from it, but the next time it finds you'll have to give it something.
Can I give it something now? What kinds of things does it want?
You don't know. You tried to give it Central's liver, but it didn't fucking want that.
Okay, so that's what we're talking about here too. That's some good information. Yeah, and so I just like. Does the car have headlights?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so I like turn and look towards the car, and like one of my eyes does that like cat eye thing where it's like really like reflective, and I just like hiss and shudder, and then like scurry off.
Brilliant.
And I'm running from the maelstrom, but I'm gonna run into the city.
Yeah.
Also brilliant.
So Gramaguchi Booty is in turn manic and like zonked the fuck out.
Oh,
And
it's just how I like her. Should be. I'm sure should be ready for round 2 by the time we get to the city. It's going to be awkward. I haven't had this much fun in ages.
I love you, Granny. You're the best. I love you, Granny.
Oh, good. Yeah, we're going into the city.
okay. So the tall ruined skyscrapers of the city loom in the distance, and as you approach you can hear the like roaring noise of sirens as like in like the red flashing emergency lights of like the permanent like state of panic that seems to rule the city. um Excuse me. You see, you can see signs of passage. Somebody, probably the Fast and the Furious, judging by the detritus that they leave in their wake wherever they go, has recently passed into the city. Um, and the city itself is there's like a huge barricade around it. Um, but there's nobody manning the gate. The gate is just wide open, and there's a big screen over the top of the gate, and it's showing the constant news that blares in the city, and there's like a big timer ticking down, and somebody who, for a legally distinct person that looks like Wolf Blitzer but is not, is narrating some impending something, but it's never really clear what this thing that's coming is.
Is this normal? Is this how it is normal to get into the city?
Yep, this is the city.
Just like I remember it from when I was a child.
In like an uncanny fashion, I just sort of reach over and hold Granny's hand. Like there's something really weird about this city for me.
Everything will be all right, darling. Yeah. I want to try to find a source for my screen. I don't know how I would. Is there a rule I need to make, or do I just look around? I mean, I don't.
We could have you like read the situation.
Yeah.
That was kind of what I was thinking. Okay, let's do it. Bam.
Bam. Indeed. So 3 questions.
I gotta open up my other PDF because I still can't read.
Oh yeah, you can't read that. Sorry.
I can't. It's so tiny.
I can't make it any bigger.
What is going on?
Open. I could read questions to you if you like.
Yeah, that might be better for me because apparently I can't do this.
So we've got where's my best escape route / way in / way past? Which enemy is the most vulnerable to me? Which enemy is the biggest threat? What should I be on the lookout for? What's my enemy's true position? Who's in control here?
What should I be on the lookout for?
You, for the purposes of why you're here, you should be on the lookout for one of the speakers that's broadcasting the siren noises.
Should be on the lookout for a speaker, okay? And Hmm. Um. What? Where is my best way in?
Not the gate.
Okay.
The gate is watched. Finding watched by whom, it's not immediately clear, but finding
Hmm.
another way in that isn't the main entrance is always the safest way. But that way is different every time you come.
Okay. Um. And what is my enemy's true position?
Central Park.
Of course. All right. I am going to find a non-gate way in. I think that we come up like on a building that is like a few blocks away from the main gate,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got like a second story window that's open, and we park the car so we can like climb up into the second story window to get into the city.
Yeah, act under fire. The fire being that you get caught by someone.
Okay. Come
And
on, Booty, give me a boost here. We're going into the city. Can
I
she,
give her a boost.
she
roll
can,
hex to help me?
I mean, she can. It depends on what you get because her help may or may not matter.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of ones where you. Let's do it.
Not rolling advantage. Oh, she can make you not fail. That's important.
Yeah, I'd really like to not fail. Give me a help with that boost.
So,
Yeah.
Booty, roll me a 2d6 plus your hex with Gramaguchi, which I think is a 3 after
It's
your.
a
It
3
is.
right now. Yeah. How do I do that?
So, slash R,
Hold on.
space,
Mm-hmm.
2d6 plus 3.
Cool. Thank you. 12.
Oh, yeah. So she boosts you to a 7, literally and figuratively. So on a 7 and
You're
9,
welcome.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
Wash
your hands there. Oh my.
Oh.
so on a 7 and
Can't
9,
get enough.
you can get in the second story window, but there's no way to get Booty up there.
Oh.
Shoot.
Granny, don't leave me.
I don't. Oh, good. I don't. Well, I want to help you, but I don't know if I can.
I have to get into the city, Granny. I have to. Will you try and find another way?
I can try.
Am I being denied by my true love? What is
I
this?
said I can try. Oh, don't cry, Booty. Just give me a moment here. Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can find another way in here.
Yes.
Maybe go downstairs, open the downstairs window.
Okay, so there's a touching moment of Booty looking up at Gramaguchi, and Gramaguchi is like, "Just wait, I'll find a way to let you in." Oler, how are you getting into the city? What's your deal?
I think I like find some kind of like crawling under a pile of things kind of way. Like I always insinuate myself into places in weird
Yes.
ways. So yeah, I'm like walking along the wall looking for places where it's like collapsed or busted or where there's like a sewer thing or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, you find a section of the wall that looks like it's been freshly collapsed. Um, it looks almost as if there was some sort of explosion there, but You can try and get in that way if you like.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, could you act under fire for me? The fire again being that you get caught. Um, so
Oh
you're
good.
like you're scrambling, trying to scramble over this rubble, um, past the wall, and the screen that you didn't notice flickers on. And at first it's blue, just a blue screen. And then it flickers a couple of more times, and you see Center. He's staring at you. He says, Oler, you've come to visit us. Have you
I
brought
don't
us
want to visit
something?
anything I ate.
Wait, what did you say?
I said I don't want to visit anything I ate.
There's like no emotion on his face, and he just kind of blinks and says, and yet you have. Do you have payment for us?
And I like hold up the cat or what's left of it.
So it sounds like you're trying to manipulate your way into the city. What you have to offer is the remains of the cat, and what you're trying to get is safe passage past this wall.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could?
Just roll my hot of -1 and get a 7.
Ooh, lovely. My favorite number.
So yeah, they'll go along with me, but they need some concrete assurance, corroboration, or evidence.
Hmm. Uh, Center nods at the cat. That is acceptable. Who else is here? Who did you bring with you?
I know Booty's coming to the city. You can have her.
Booty is ours. What else?
You gonna sell it, Granny Gucci?
Oh
No.
hell yeah, I sell it, Granny Gucci. I just like throw this bloody mess of cat
Oh my
remains at the
god.
screen, and I'm like, and you can have Grandma too.
So the cat hits the screen and it seems stuck there for a moment, and then kind of like slowly like sinks into it. Um, and the screen flickers a few times, and Center says, "This is most useful. Thank you." And the screen
Yeah,
turns
and I'm
off.
like, having thrown the cat, I'm just like storming in, like all huffy and teenage angsty. Yeah.
So, yeah, they got what they wanted. Um, you scramble in. What are you doing immediately? Like, what's your plan? Or
Um. Well, I mean, I need to find some humans.
yeah, you do. Where do you
I need
intend
to
to
get
look?
their bodies. Uh. Well, I think what I will do is I'm gonna try to find some screen heads
Hmm.
and mess up their shit. So I go
Okay.
like sneaking through the city trying to find some people. So maybe
Okay.
I'm reading a
Yeah,
situation.
it sounds like. Oler.
I really like rolling the number 4. It just is
It's your
deeply
favorite.
satisfying to me. Yeah.
Um,
Well, at least you're getting some small joy.
So I get a question still, right?
yes. You may ask one.
Um yeah, which enemy is most vulnerable to me?
Which enemy is the most vulnerable? I think I think it might be Booty.
Hmm.
I think Booty is the one that you have the most information about right now, certainly, and are most able to act against. Um,
Will she do as a body? is the real question.
Perhaps.
Yeah, I don't have an answer to that. Yeah, so I'm just like kind of working my way back towards where I would figure that Booty and Granny would be coming into the city.
And as you're walking, something grabs you by the scruff of your, like the clothes at the scruff of your neck, and hauls you up off the ground.
Oh. Oh,
And
good.
you hear a metal like clinking noise, and like the clicking noise of metal on metal as you're like turned around, and you meet like this metallic facade, and his voice echoes from behind this mask, and it says, "Huh, some sort of stray." Like,
I'm just like, what do you want? And I'm like kicking and like squirming.
yeah,
And
and
it's
then like
good.
your feet echo, like your kicks echo hollowly off the like metal carapace of this person. Yeah, they're just all in metal, everything like they're not made of metal, but they have some sort of cobbled together suit. They almost kind of look like Tin Man from Wizard of Oz. Um, and it's very highly polished, and they're reflecting the light from all of these screens that surround you. Um, and the voice echoes out again, and it says, "We were looking for someone to work with, and I suppose you'll do."
No, you're not looking for me.
Oh,
I'll never do. Just let me go. You don't want to do whatever it is you're going to do with me.
and like a big booming laugh like comes out from this hollow body, or hollow sounding body, and it says, "I think that'll be for us to decide. At the very least, we must examine you."
Cool. Well, I'm going to pull my little knife out of my boot because I assume I like dropped my cleaver thing on the ground
Mm.
when this guy grabbed me, but then I like kind of like twist my body all weird to get my foot closer to my hand. And I pull this like little shiv out of my boot and just start like jamming it at any joints in this person's like metal suit.
It,
And there's
yeah,
just like lots of like shouting, like, and it's just like constant stabbing.
it sounds like you were trying to seize your freedom by force.
Yeah. 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 Let's do it. I get a 6. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Seize by force. On a miss, choose one.
Okay. Um, I want to inflict terrible harm.
Mm.
So I do 3 harm.
You do 3 harm. It has an armor of 1. This highly polished metal is great, but it's great for reflecting, but it's not very
Doesn't
durable.
actually make good armor.
No.
Yeah, so I just like stab, particularly like the arm that's holding me, but I'm just like stabbing this person a whole bunch with my little knife. I'm like freaking out.
Yeah, you definitely do some serious harm to it, but he retains hold of you, and in the scuffle, you yourself take 1 harm.
Great.
So roll me that harm move.
2d6 plus 1. I get a 9.
Ew, boy. I believe that's another handout. Yep. A 7 and 9. The MC can choose one. You lose your footing. You lose grip on whatever you're holding. You lose track of something. You miss noticing something important. I think you lose your little shiv.
I just like bury it in this person at some
Yeah,
point.
it's just you can't get it back out. He changes his grip on you such that you can't reach it again, and pins your arms. And he says, "Oh, you little fucker, you're gonna pay for this." And like,
And I'm still just like squirming and kicking, and I like spit on its polished metal face.
Yeah, and there's like this loud clanking and
Snarling.
scraping noises as it makes its way down the streets of the city, carrying you off to. We'll find out. Yeah,
Tune in next time.
you're going on a trip. I think we are going to take our second break here, and when we come back, we'll see if Grandma Gucci can find a way to let Booty in, or maybe everybody's just gonna go to the city and get captured, and I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. Maybe the city just eats the whole party. But we are going to take our second break. Once again, thank you guys so much for coming by and watching us be weird. We appreciate it. Oh my gosh, we would do our special move with all of you. I promise. But yeah, we'll be back in 5. Thanks.